Coming up this morning on Daybreak, we continue to celebrate women that are remarkable, and we honor one with a trip to New York City.
Ooh, excited for that. And Missouri's presidential preference primary just days away. We'll tell you how election officials are making sure it goes smoothly.
Teach them to push those boundaries is the best way to kind of arm them for the future.
And we'll talk about how 2 local organizations are teaching our young girls how to be remarkable women of tomorrow. That's all this hour for you on Daybreak.
Welcome back into the show, our pink and purple theme show. It's Thursday, no. What am I wishing upon us?
Be happy.
It's Friday. It's Friday, March 6th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
I'm Joe Morano. Remarkable Friday here as we are, again, celebrating women. And we've had some great stories in 1 hour. Going to have some great stories coming up in just a few minutes with the one Elisa Raffa right here.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one because I was inspired by 7-year-olds, and I hope you are too. These girls, so ambitious. So I can't wait to introduce you to them.
Awesome. We're excited, and we'll get to that story in just a few minutes, but we also want to let you know what you have on tap for your Friday.
We've got sunshine to start this morning. Things are quiet and calm, and we've got these temperatures a little bit cool in the 30s to start, 31 degrees in Springfield on north and west winds at 10 miles per hour. You can see not a cloud in the sky out there. We've got dry roads as you head to work and school. Temperatures are at 36 degrees in Branson, 36 in Harrison, and 34 degrees in Fort Leonard Wood. Winds have calmed down since yesterday. They're out of the north and west at 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll find dry roads through the afternoon, so green light conditions for you on your way out the door. Lots of sunshine by dismissal. Temperatures technically cooler than yesterday, but they're still at average. 53 degrees, another nice March afternoon. Will be warmer tomorrow with a fire danger. Still nice on Sunday. The next week turns unsettled. Details on those changes in the 7-day coming up in 10 minutes.
We've got some political news for you this morning. The Missouri presidential preference primary is Tuesday. Now, Missouri's Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft says his office is always preparing for the next election, but some responsibilities also fall on local election authorities. The threat of an outside force disrupting elections is a threat that the secretary takes seriously.
We've actually paid for white hat hacker teams to go in and attack county election authorities, boards of elections, both from a physical standpoint and from a cyber standpoint, and say, how can you try to breach their defenses? Give us a report from top to bottom, their policies, their procedures, their network, their hardware, their personnel.
Ashcroft also says his office is taking steps to verify voter info so there are fewer delays at polling places next week.
If you're sick, wear a mask or socially isolate yourself. Masks do not prevent you from getting the disease, so if you think wearing a mask is going to help you not get sick, it doesn't.
Despite that advice from Missouri's Health Department Director Randall Williams, it hasn't stopped people from clearing out the shelves of face masks at stores across Springfield.
Shelves at multiple stores we have visited in town are bare. One Springfield man actually purchased an abundance of them months ago and has them for sale.
We got word of this when we saw a sign in Springfield, N95 masks available 24/7 with the phone number there. So we called to find out more. The person selling the masks is a Springfield resident who wanted to remain anonymous.
That's right. We got word of that, and he says he runs a business that requires them to order parts from overseas, specifically China. And a couple months ago, they were wondering why some of their parts were delayed. It was because of quarantines and slowdowns in shopping due to the coronavirus. So they began bulk ordering masks, and it started as a way for them to stay prepared. But then they began selling them.
To date, he says they've invested $23,000 on the masks, and they have sold to 553 customers. Their prices vary from $6 to $12 per mask. And after all costs, they expect a profit around $2,500 total. Now, we asked him if he's taking advantage of a health crisis, and this was his response.
We are not selling these masks to make a profit. We are selling them as close to our initial cost as possible without losing money and paying for our expenses with shipping from each distributor and the time spent sourcing the masks, as well as our cost to deliver, package, and so on.
For more on this story, including what Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmitt has said about it, visit ozarksfirst.com.
This girl is on fire.
We continue our Remarkable Women show now, and these women are on fire. This show all morning is about positive women.
All month long, we've been honoring remarkable women, but we wanted to know, how do we grow our remarkable women of tomorrow?
That's right. Meteorologist Elisa Rafa met with 2 local programs working to break gender stereotypes. Elisa, what'd you find out from them?
Women make up nearly half of the workforce, but less than 25% are in STEM-related careers. In fact, in 2017, women only accounted for 29% of physical scientists, 27% of computer scientists, and 16% of engineers. There are also issues in salary. The U.S. women's soccer team won the World Cup in 2019, but pay disparities became a bigger headline than the gold trophy. The women took home a prize of $30 million, while the men's World Cup prize money was $400 million. I met young girls hoping to break these molds. Take a look.
It's going to look more like this with a light bulb right here and a light bulb right there. So see if you can make that.
Building circuits and wiring electricity on a Saturday. School on the weekend doesn't typically excite kids, but tucked inside this classroom are leaders of tomorrow.
Astronomer, a teacher. I want to be a scientist that looks at NASA. There's different mysteries that is in space, and I want to unlock them.
These are Girl Scouts, and they're some of the most ambitious girls you'll ever meet. Daisy Scout Izzy is 7 years old, and her role models are Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin.
You want to go to Mars? Mm-hmm. Is that you want to be the first woman on Mars?
Yes. I kind of knew a little fact after Miss Jill. Almost all the Gill astronauts were actually Girl Scouts.
Jill Hodge is their Girl Scout troop leader and has been a STEM educator for over a decade.
Yay! Good job.
And she's also a champion of all things fun in STEM. She talks about gender stereotypes with her junior scouts.
And when you ask them, have you noticed this yet? They'll tell you, oh yeah, boys are the ones that are supposed to be good at sports, or we're only supposed to like to do crafts.
And working to build confidence and break barriers.
They already feel it.
The sky's the limit. We want to make sure that whatever our girls want to do, we enrich that.
Nikki Karuki is the director of programs at the Boys and Girls Club.
We have baseball, where we have girls participate in that. We have flag football, girls participate in that. We have basketball, co-ed teams for that too, and then we have volleyball too. So yeah, there's opportunities for our girls to play in sports.
The club not only gets these ladies to work their muscles, but enrich their minds with coding programs and empowerment summits geared towards girls. Alyssa Schilling is this year's Youth of the Year scholarship recipient and has been awarded $32,000 to take with her to MSU in the fall.
You can do a lot with a biology degree, so if towards the end of college I decide maybe I don't want to be a dentist and go into pre-med, I would use that biology degree in conservation. You can get a teaching certification. You can just do a lot with it.
After 10 years of service, she realizes she couldn't have done it without them.
I just want to say thank you for being so supportive and just kind of being an inspiration to keep going.
And she's become yet another role model for these leaders of the future.
The Boys and Girls Club just kind of become like a second home to me.
I'm really happy that she taught me about space and science and robots. Thank you. Thank you. They're doing a good job.
They need to have that kind of courage and confidence to be like, heck yeah, I belong here, I can do this.
I loved getting to meet those inspiring young ladies. On Pi Day next week, female scientists of all disciplines will wear purple to be visible together and visible to inspire young girls like Izzy.
All right, Elisa, thank you. They were inspiring indeed. This morning, we also want to share and remind you some of the ladies who are remarkable in Springfield's history and made the Ozarks what it is today.
Born in 1874, Cecilia Rose O'Neill, who went by Rose, was a famous illustrator and creator of the Cupid doll. According to a biographer from her website, when she was 18, her mother sold the family cow to send her to New York to find work as an artist.
She often signed drawings as CRO to hide the fact she was a woman. This photo from the News Leader coming up here shows a photographic portrait of O'Neill. That was her with her famous dolls. And then O'Neill sent money back home to fund her parents' estate. This is Bonnybrook near Branson. Before she passed away in 1944, O'Neill moved a whole museum full of her possessions to schools across the Ozarks, including School of the Ozarks, now known as College of the Ozarks in Point Lookout.
The Rose O'Neill and Bonnie Brook Museum is located in Walnut Shade, Missouri, just off Highway 65. We're also taking today's special show to say thank you to other women in our area doing remarkable things.
We reached out to first responders, schools, hospitals, and other area leaders. Thank you to these women from Nixa City Hall, MoDOT, Springfield Fire Department, and Springfield Public Schools for making the Ozarks a better place.
She's just a girl, but she's on fire.
And now weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa.
Good morning. I wanted to start us off with some signs of spring. I'm starting to get some pictures of flowers from you guys at home. Look how gorgeous these purples and yellows are in Shell Knob. Some really pretty pinks down in Branson, Missouri as well. And we're starting to find some of these first signs of spring because we've had that first chunk of many days that have been at and above average. We've been there since Friday with temperatures staying very warm and very spring-like and very dry too. We actually find more spring days above normal in Missouri. Specifically in Springfield, 9 more days since 1970. And we'll find those buds coming in earlier when that happens. The growing season gets longer, allergy season gets longer, and so does that pest season. A gorgeous sunrise in Springfield right now. 31 degrees on north and west winds at 10 miles per hour. It's 33 in Mountain Grove, 36 degrees in West Plains, 36 degrees in Branson, and 36 also in Ava. Winds have calmed down from yesterday. They're out of the north and west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that's because our storm from yesterday is pulling over to the east, right? So it brought the clouds and some showers to the Great Lakes. We're still finding some gusty winds on its backside, but they're to our east in Illinois, and we're starting to come out of its windshield. We will find some cooler temperatures roll in on the backside of this today. Again, not a big hit in temperatures, maybe just about 5 degrees. We're also out of the cloud cover too, so we'll have lots of sunshine as we head through the day today. Hour by hour, a little bit cooler than yesterday, but still close to average with temperatures in the low to middle 50s. Some lower 30s overnight tonight with clear skies, and then temperatures a little bit warmer tomorrow. Breezy southerly winds and elevated fire danger with those temperatures back in the lower 60s. So the mild air continues to spread into the Ozarks as we head through the weekend and into early next week. The southerly winds by Saturday give us an elevated fire danger. We're still dry and breezy on Sunday with showers not arriving until the overnight. Showers and thunder on Monday and then again on Wednesday as we set up a couple of storms to roll through by early next week. 53 degrees today with sunshine, cooler, but still pretty close to average. 33 overnight, clear and cool. 64 degrees tomorrow. Breezy winds pick up out of the south, gusting to 30 miles per hour. And that gives us that elevated fire danger. We'll also find the clocks springing forward this weekend. Turn those clocks ahead 1 hour. Check the smoke alarms and the no weather radios while you're at it. You'll find that new sunrise around 7:30. Your new sunset getting later after 7 o'clock by early next week as those days get longer as we head towards the spring and summer solstices. We'll have increasing clouds on Sunday, but still warm and breezy temperatures in the middle 60s. Scattered showers and thunder on Monday. Nice again Tuesday, and then we turn unsettled by the middle of next week. Temperatures stay mild through the 7-day forecast.
A big happy birthday to everyone celebrating today. Travis Toombs, happy birthday. We have several this weekend too. Delaney Yoakum, Gladys Smith, Bill Walker all celebrating on Saturday and then Sunday. James Brooks, happy birthday. Belinda Wingo and Corinne Connor. Hope you all have a great day and a great weekend. And don't forget, all it takes is an email to birthdays@color10.com if you or a loved one would like an announcement here on the show. We have sports coming up next.
Now, sports on Color 10 News.
All right, the Missouri State Lady Bears were gunning for a Valley regular season title last night. In our Bear Nation report, that's a big deal because it's been 8 seasons since the team has been able to do that. Taking on Valparaiso at JQH Arena. Second to last game of the regular season. Missouri State starting off well. Sydney Manning with the triple from the top of the key. That drops in. It's 10-4 early on. And then how about a milestone? Remarkable woman, Alexa Willard, hits that three. That's her 1,500th point. Valpo would make a run, though, in the second quarter. Carrie Weinman hits this layup. Actually ties this game up at 28. End of the second, though. Ellie Ruffridge beats the buzzer, nails this three to make it 40-37 Lady Bears at the half, and then Bryce Caleb beats the third quarter buzzer. 2 buzzer beaters, that's all you need. The Lady Bears ride the momentum and cut down the nets, and our Valley champions winning 85-70, claiming their 13th regular season title. Congrats to the ladies. They'll play the conference tournament in Moline next week. Drury in the GLVC conference tournament, the women win 94-73.
Love seeing these ladies get on top of sports.
And they're not done yet. They got a long way to go in March, both of them, so we're looking forward to that. Starting off a little cold this morning, but it'll get better throughout the day.
Yeah, I mean, another really nice spring March-like day. We're starting out with beautiful sunshine in Branson. It's 36 degrees. North and west winds at 8 miles per hour. It's 31 in Springfield right now and 33 degrees in Mountain Grove. The north and west winds have calmed down from yesterday. They're about 5 to 10 miles per hour this morning, and again out of the north and west. So if you want to go for a run today, go outside. Another beautiful day. Temperatures a little bit cooler than they were yesterday, but still pretty nice for this time of year. We're looking at highs in the low to middle 50s. We dip into the 30s overnight tonight. Tomorrow, breezy southerly winds push those temperatures back into the lower 60s, and that fire danger does return. So beautiful sunshine and 60s on Saturday. Increasing clouds on Sunday, temperatures in the middle 60s, still breezy with some showers arriving on the overnight. Showers and thunder will return by Monday. The clocks also spring ahead this weekend. You're looking at changing those clocks. Check the batteries and the smoke detectors and the NOAA weather radios. You lose an hour of sleep, but that sun sets an hour later by next week.
And we've got Chris the Remarkable up next, right?
Chris the Remarkable critic.
That's right.
She's just remarkable in general. She is.
Of course.
She's telling us what to see at the movies this weekend when we come back.
Hello, Movie Maniacs! Brand new at the box this weekend is Onward. Set in a suburban fantasy world, 2 teenage elf brothers embark on a quest to discover if there is still magic out there. Vocal stylings are by Chris Pratt, Tom Holland, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and more. Don't be disappointed. I'm letting you know not to expect it. This is Pixar's first PG-rated film to not be accompanied by a short film. Not sure why, I'm just letting you know. Also out, The Way Back. A former high school basketball phenom struggling with alcoholism is offered a coaching job at his alma mater. As the team starts to win, he may have a reason to confront his old demons. This stars Ben Affleck. This is Ben Affleck and Gavin O'Connor's first collaboration outside of The Accountant. And if a period piece is your thing, Emma is on screens for you. Jane Austen's beloved comedy about finding your equal and earning your happy ending is reimagined in this. Handsome, clever, and rich, Emma is a relentless queen. This is a glittering satire of social class and the pain of growing up. This is a very underrated flick, okay? It's brand new on Blu-ray this week. Queen and Slim. A couple's first date takes an unexpected turn when a police officer pulls them over. This movie was rather underrated, super underrated in my opinion. It takes you on quite a ride. In local happenings, the rated SGF Film Fest is just weeks away. It's Friday night, March 27th and Saturday, March 28th. It's at the Downtown Historic Fox Theater. You can see unique and original films, you can take part in Q&A sessions, and you can do some workshops. It's just a cool film vibe. Much more info as the event approaches, but you can see a lot and buy their tickets on their Facebook page, rated SGF Film Festival. It's time for a little trivia. Ben Affleck is quite a fantastic director, one of my favorites. Like for Argo and The Town, what was the first movie he directed? Was it Good Will Hunting? Was it Gone Baby Gone? Or was it Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice? Do you know the answer? I'll have it coming up soon.
Now this will be good. Still ahead, we have the top 3 women in local history you need to know if you're just waking up.
Switching it up on you a bit today, and Elisa will be back with another check of that Friday forecast in just a few minutes.
Now weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa.
Good morning. If you're just waking up with us, it'll be a little bit cooler out there today. Warmer tomorrow with a fire danger. Still nice on Sunday, and then next week turns a little bit more unsettled. A gorgeous sunrise in Springfield right now. 31 degrees with those bright orange skies and north and west winds. It's 31 in Springfield right now, 34 in Monette, and 36 degrees in Branson. Winds are out of the north and west at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So really nice start at the bus stop this morning. Temperatures is a little bit cool in the lower 30s. Temperatures seasonal by dismissal, cooler than yesterday, but still at our averages at 53 degrees. A look at your weekend forecast coming up in a couple of minutes.
We want to take this time to talk about three more women who stand out in our local history. Laura Ingalls Wilder was a pioneer woman who moved to Missouri in 1894. She was a teacher, journalist, and activist, and served as secretary-treasurer of the Mansfield Farm Loan Association, at the time processing more than $1 million in government loans. Wilder wrote about her life on Rocky Ridge Farm in Mansfield. Her children's novels, Little House on the Prairie, would lead Wilder to become an internationally acclaimed author. You can find her namesakes all around the Ozarks, including Wilder Elementary School here in Springfield. Next, this is a photo of young Mary Phelps, a heroine of the Civil War. According to the Springfield News Leader, an orphan herself, Phelps ran a series of Springfield homes for orphaned kids of Civil War soldiers, so they were loved and fed. In 1866, U.S. Congress recognized Phelps' work on behalf of wounded soldiers and orphaned children with a $20,000 award, which she used, you got it, to finance the expenses of the orphan's home. A historical marker honoring Phelps' work can be found at Sunshine Elementary School here in Springfield. And finally, Deborah D. Weissel founded the Springfield Art Museum. This is a portrait from their collection. In 1926, Weissel led a small group of women who started an art study club. According to the Art Museum's website, we have these ladies to thank for the Art Museum today. Here, Weissel is seated up front in the middle. In 1928, the group successfully incorporated as the Springfield Art Museum and immediately introduced Springfield to traveling exhibits from New York, Philadelphia, and St. Louis. In 1946, the group deeded the museum to the city. And that is the story of Deborah D. Weissel, Laura Ingalls Wilder, and Mary Phelps. We have a few more remarkable women from MoDOT, the Nixa Street Department, Springfield Fire Department, and Springfield Police Department as we head to a quick break.
Now weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa.
Good morning. Wanted to start us out with some more signs of spring. Gorgeous pictures of beautiful yellow flowers spotted in Van Zandt, and then some beautiful purples also spotted right here in Springfield by Mark West. We're finding some of these flowers starting to bud and blossom because we've had that first really good long stretch of those temperatures near and above average for this time of year, that first taste of spring. And we find more warm spring days in Springfield. More of those days in March, April, and May are above average, 9 more days, in fact, since 1970. And we find that that increases the growing season. It will make the allergy season longer, and it makes that pest season longer as well. Beautiful sunrise in Springfield right now. Bright oranges. Temperatures still a little bit on the cool side. It's 31 degrees on north and west winds at 10 miles per hour. 36 degrees in Ava, 33 in Mountain Grove, and it's 31 degrees in Springfield. North and west winds are at 5 to 10 miles per hour. They've really come down since yesterday because as high pressure comes in from the west, we're looking at that low pressure exiting to the east. Things are still blustery on the backside of that low, but it's really taking over more of Illinois and Indiana this morning, and we are coming out of its windshield. So we continue to find relaxing winds. We'll have a little bit of a cooler air mass start to shimmy its way into the Ozarks, where temperatures will be about 5 degrees cooler than they were yesterday. And the clouds and the showers are still tucked over the Great Lakes, so we've got lots of sunshine as we head through the day today. Sunny skies and seasonal temperatures in the low to middle 50s today. We're looking at temperatures in the lower 30s overnight under clear skies. And then by tomorrow, temperatures in the lower 60s with sunshine, breezy southerly winds, and an elevated fire danger. So we'll continue to find mild air spread into the Ozarks again this weekend with the breezy southerly winds. And then things turn unsettled next week. As those winds shift to the north today, will be a little bit cooler. Southerly winds and warmer temperatures bring back that elevated fire danger tomorrow. Still breezy and dry on Sunday. Showers arrive then by Monday, and then again on Wednesday as multiple storms roll through early next week. 53 degrees today, cooler but still seasonal, mostly sunny skies and north winds. 33 degrees overnight tonight, cool and mostly clear. 64 degrees tomorrow, mostly sunny skies and some southerly winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour. That's where we get that fire danger. The clocks also spring forward this weekend. You turn the clocks ahead an hour, check the smoke alarms and the NOAA weather radios while you're at it. Your new sunrise will be at 7:30 and your new sunset goes after 7 o'clock by next week. Those days get longer, daylight hangs around later. We'll have dry conditions but some showers overnight on Sunday, scattered showers and thunder on Monday, nice again Tuesday, and then unsettled by the middle of next week.
So a little Ben Affleck directing accolades.
Yeah, hopefully you've been thinking about that trivia question from Chris the Critic, because up next she's taking us to school. She's got that answer.
Seconds. All right, Chris, we're going to do the question and then just give you a thank you, right?
Jamie told me. I said,
Jamie. Hey, welcome back, everyone. We've got Chris the Critic's trivia that we got to address, all right?
Yes.
Ben Affleck's got a new movie coming out. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning.
And but you like his directing better than his acting? Did I hear you say that before?
Yes, I just think he's a fantastic director.
Okay, so take us through your trivia question here.
Yeah.
As I said, he's a fantastic director. I loved Argo so much. I loved The Town as well.
Great movie.
What was the first movie he directed? Good Will Hunting, how about them apples? Gone Baby Gone, or Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice, one of the worst movies of all time.
That one was rough. I hope he didn't direct it.
Based on that, I'm going to say it's not
so
C.
I'm going with B, Gone Baby Gone.
Elisa, come on, don't let me down.
Is it Good Will Hunting? No? I got it wrong again?
Of course you got it wrong. It's Gone Baby Gone.
Yeah.
But he and Matt Damon wrote and won the Oscar for Good Will Hunting.
That was the process of elimination I did here, right? Because I knew he was in Batman, Superman, and they didn't. I think he wants to remove himself from that.
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting.
This movie was just no good.
Good Will Hunting's when they broke on the scene, right? They got best screenplay. They were just a bunch of young kids.
Yeah.
And Elisa
we're gonna get one for Elisa. I promise.
I've seen a lot of J-Lo's movies.
Okay. Good to know.
I'd be better at that.
So if you want to throw her a softball, there you go.
Boy. All right. Try next week again, Elisa. Chris the Critic, thanks for joining us again on Friday. Watch her on Ozarks Fox AM as well, everyone.
All right, Chris, thank you. We'll see you next week. We continue our Remarkable Women show with a little Shania Twain. She really is one of my role models.
Yeah.
Saw her in Kansas City for her final farewell tour. I love Shania. She's my girl. But anyway, so all that to say, we're going to take this time to kind of go through and talk about all the women who made the biggest impact in our lives.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I think I've told this story. I shouldn't lead off, though. You guys should probably go.
You go first.
I go and then go with the women?
Yes.
I've told this story, I think, on the show before, but my grandmother, my mom's mother, big influence as to why I'm doing what I do right now. I gave a speech when I was a freshman in high school. My grandmother was in town. She watched it. She thought, you should think about talking to people, public speaking, presenting information, doing something like that. And I thought, okay, Grandma, because I'm, 13, 14.
Right.
And then there was a broadcasting class that was offered at my high school a year later, and I started thinking, you know what?
Maybe
Probably should
Grandma
try
was
that.
right. Yeah.
And that was my first introduction to broadcasting when I was 16 years old.
And you know she is so proud of you right now
Sure.
to see how many things that you've covered in your career as a sports journalist and being here every day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's right, because she passed when I was in college, still getting the education and everything. But yeah, it was really good. It was really sweet to think about every now and then. And I know my mom's happy about that as well. My mom's watching too, so hi, Mom. You're also remarkable.
Mom.
Of course, I look up to you too. You know that. And I'll see you this weekend. Coming home.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's a good little present for Mom. Yeah, I think we all probably cherish and love our moms so much.
Certainly.
And Mom, I hope I tell you enough how much I love you and appreciate you and know that I look up to you. But I want to talk about someone who I know influenced my mom and kind of made her who she is today too. And that is my great-grandmother, who lived in Stratford for the 90 plus years that she was alive. She was local, and she worked at the French's factory, which you can probably smell when you're driving down I-44.
That's right, yeah.
And that was during a time, it was in the World War II era when women didn't really work. So, she had a great work ethic, and she also devoted a lot of her life to the Salvation Army, which is still doing great work in the Springfield area today.
Right.
And she was a feisty woman until the day that she died. She would be honest with you and tell you if you had a hair sticking up here, and she was just very well-rounded and taught me a lot about how to be balanced
Very
as a
cool.
woman.
Very great to see. And glad you got that relationship with her. Your great-grandmother.
Great-grandma, yes.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate to have spent as much of my life with her as I did before
Certainly.
she passed.
Very much so.
That's incredible.
Well, I would say that mine, of course, we all say our moms, but my mom is the strongest woman I know. A lot of people don't know this, but I lost my brother at a young age, and my mom stuck through after having lost, a child. Her and my dad were still there for me, and so I can never repay her for that, but just knowing what she went through, and she's still there for me every single day. She's the strongest woman I know. I love her. I know she's watching right now. You're a true inspiration to me, and I hope to be half the mom you are one day.
Very sweet.
That is incredible. Hard to follow up there, Nyjah. You should have warned us. Yeah, you know, we've all been saying my mom watches every morning from New York. She doesn't miss a beat. She'll tell me when my hair is sticking up from New York, watching the live stream, you know, fix your hair, you're in the next hit, you know, show. So yeah, I couldn't have been here without her support. But in lieu of my story, I wanted to highlight a female scientist, since there are so few that are visible to young girls. And to me, I really look up to Ginger Zee. If you don't know her, she's the chief meteorologist at ABC News, and she's the first chief of a network that is a woman. There are just none, there were none before her. So she was the first, and she really touts just, why can't I wear lipstick and be a smart scientist? You know, that, you know, people see us on TV every day and think because I'm wearing high heels and lipstick, I'm not intelligent or I don't have a science degree, and you know, people are often sometimes surprised that I have a bachelor's degree in atmospheric science, you know. So Ginger, to me, I really look up to her because she does a lot of awesome science stories, educates the public on what we can do to make our planet cleaner and things like that. So
Ginger,
I look up to her.
really sticks up to people in a very sophisticated and professional way on social media. I would say that is a struggle we all face with this job.
Absolutely.
And I follow her for that reason, because I like to see how she responds to people. She does it without being hateful, but while standing her ground.
I learn so much from her every day, specifically on that too. She's awesome.
Yeah, really great to hear. Just trying to celebrate remarkable women, everyone, of course. And you know, the Mel Robbins show premiered last fall. It's on in millions of homes throughout the country. Our winner, which we're going to announce in a few minutes, all right, will travel to New York to see a taping of that show.
It focuses on real people with real problems, and the lessons are for everyone. Carrie Stoll spent some time with Robbins at her New York studio and takes us behind the scenes.
You're meeting me as a talk show, but my story begins about 10 years ago when I was facing the worst moment in my life. My husband had gone into the restaurant business. It was failing miserably. It was taking our marriage, our life savings, our home, our sanity, our sobriety, right down the toilet with it. This was 2008, pretty lousy year for a lot of people, and I found myself in a moment where I couldn't get out of bed. And it was during that moment when life tested me that I invented something. I call it the 5-second rule. It worked to help me get out of bed, and then I started using it to push myself to take the little steps, like looking for a job, walking away from the booze, not snapping at my kids, that slowly turned my life around.
We're getting ready. This is where I prep and start to get excited.
Fast forward now, what happened is I started sharing the things that were working in my life, first in a TEDx talk, then online, then in books, then in online courses, then in stages around the world. And now I have the chance to share all of this wisdom that I've learned here 5 days a week on the Mel Robbins Show. So I love a 24-hour challenge. There's no doubt in my mind that there is a show that's needed like this. And the reason why I tell you that is not because I'm just making an assumption. When we put up melrobbinshow.com, within 6 weeks we had more than 3,000 people submit forms applying to be a guest on the show and asking for advice. Here's the $1 million thing, everybody. You can choose what you think about. You can. Somebody else got you to start thinking you're not good enough. You can choose to think something else. People are hurting. People are looking for solutions to what I call the rock in the shoe problems. Those are those things about your life that bug you, but they're not serious enough to require you to check into a hospital. But they stress you out, they make you anxious, they cause tension in your relationships. Every day on the Mel Robbins Show, we are unpacking those issues, and we are giving words and images to the things that are hard to talk about.
Now, that's someone who's very determined to help out other people.
Yes.
You love seeing that, right?
Yeah, and so our winner, like you said, we'll announce in just a few minutes, will be one of the women who you saw in the audience there, along with, we've been sharing stories all morning of women in other places across the country who have qualified as a Remarkable Woman finalist. They'll be there too.
That's right. This is part of a nationwide celebration that we've been doing with Nexstar, right?
Yeah. And as you guys just saw, Mel Robbins is remarkable because she tries to pave her way and create this conversation for women to talk about and open up about certain issues. So I'm looking forward to seeing the results of the show too when these women travel out there.
That show is going to be incredible, because all of our women that we featured were remarkable. Imagine that times, I think, 115 cities that they took women from. So that's going to be, an incredible show.
We're looking forward to that. I know a lot of people looking forward to what's coming up next, though, right?
Right, we have to tell you who that winner is. Yeah.
Stay with us.
Daybreak in 10 is up next. We'll have our winner and more for you, all right?
We'll be right back.
Let's go, girls. Come on. I'm going out tonight. I'm feeling alright. Gonna let it all hang out. Wanna make some noise. Really raise my voice. Yeah, I wanna scream and shout.
All right, everyone, time to wrap up our Remarkable Women show. Final stretch.
It is Daybreak in 10 here on Color 10. We'll be on the air commercial free right up until Ozarks Fox AM. We got a lot on tap in the next few minutes. Let's start off with your forecast first with Elisa.
Good morning, guys. Bright, beautiful skies out in Springfield this morning. A beautiful sunrise. Temperatures a little bit cool, 31 degrees on north and west winds at 10 miles per hour. It's 36 degrees in Branson right now, 33 in Mountain Grove, 31 in Springfield, and 33 degrees in Monette. Winds are out of the north and west, and they've calmed down from yesterday. They're about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By dismissal, another A-plus day, mostly sunny skies. Temperatures a little bit cooler than yesterday, but still close to average in the lower 50s. We'll have some low to middle 50s today with all of that sunshine and the lighter winds. Temperatures in the 30s on the overnight tonight, and then some lower 60s on breezy southerly winds tomorrow. That brings back that elevated fire danger. So sunshine on Saturday, warmer and breezy, middle 60s. Still dry and breezy on Sunday, a couple of more clouds, still warm in the middle 60s. Some showers arrive on the overnight. We'll have some showers arrive again overnight Sunday, showers and thunder again by Monday, and then again by Wednesday. So we have a quiet weekend that's going to turn a little bit more unsettled by next week. We also bring those clocks forward as we head through the weekend. You turn the clock ahead an hour, check the smoke detectors and the NOAA weather radios while you're at it. Your sunset will be after 7 o'clock. So here's that 7-day for you. Getting cooler with sunshine today. Middle 60s both Saturday and Sunday. A really nice, just breezy and dry weekend. Then some scattered showers and thunder by Monday.
Oh, of course. You got the Queen going, right, with the music right now.
Oh, that is right. And we just have a few minutes left of our Remarkable Women show. Elisa, come on over here to wrap up the show with us. We want to get everyone here in one shot because we got the big announcement coming.
That is right. It's almost time to announce the winner of our Remarkable Women contest.
Nyjah and I spent some time with these women over the past few weeks and want to show you one final time why exactly they were nominated.
Yes, from a woman that is helping families in Laclede County and a woman that is helping children succeed in their academics. These women truly come from all walks of life. Take a look at our 4 finalists: Laura Garden, Janice Varner, Jamie McGranahan, and Leisha Baker.
Laura Garden is from Lebanon, and Garden created a nonprofit to help assist foster families in Laclede County.
In May of 17, I started fostering, and then through that experience realized the immense needs that existed in the foster care community.
Through her nonprofit, Garden was able to form a Fostering Hope Closet that provides
free resources for foster families. They can come in and get anything that they need. Over a third of the clients that come in are getting things for emergency new placements.
Janice Varner is from Washburn. Varner had just been reelected to serve her 5th term as the Berry County tax collector when she made the decision to retire.
I haven't been retired that long, but still yet when I go anywhere, I get lots and lots of good comments, and that's touching to me because I've always liked to help people.
That desire to help prompted her retirement after learning her daughter, Gina Brown, had been diagnosed with ovarian cancer.
My daughter and I were best friends before. She's not only my daughter, she's my best friend, and we do just about everything together. I feel like God put me on earth to help other people because in the Bible it tells us in lots of places that we are to have other people at heart and help them.
Jamie McGranahan has roots in Rogersville.
I don't feel remarkable at all.
McGranahan's fan club figured she might say that.
Exactly.
Jamie's
groupies. Yeah, her groupies, exactly. Her tribe.
They're the mothers of students in Jamie's art class.
We think that Jamie's a miracle worker.
Yes. And they waited around to tell me what Jamie was too humble to say about herself.
Brings out their own personalities. She's just really good at what she does.
In this very moment, she's teaching emotion. McGranahan uses the arts to put students' abilities first. Leisha Baker is from Republic.
When I think about remarkable women, I mean, there's nobody else that comes to mind other than her.
And to me, it's not anything amazing. It's just me doing my thing.
Leisha and Kevin Baker run a successful tutoring business out of their home.
I went back to school when I was 40 and became an educator. I raised 2 children.
She's shaping the lives of youth, watching as they brighten the future ahead of them. Facebook reviews for their tutoring business go something like this. My daughter smiles while doing math. Beyond supportive, awesome, and caring. These 4 women are all doing amazing work for their communities and are each remarkable in their own special ways.
All right, these 4 finalists were narrowed down from 60 women that you nominated.
Of course, they are all deserving in their own way, and we appreciate the opportunity to meet each finalist.
As much as we want to send all of them to New York, there can only be one winner.
Let's get the drum roll going. Our 2020 Remarkable Women finalist is Miss Janice Varner. Congratulations. We also had the chance to sit down with her about what it means, and she is forever grateful. She'll be taking her daughter, and she said it's one of the only times she will have been on a plane in her life.
Yes, it's her first time to fly, so second time to fly, actually.
Congrats to Janice. Enjoy the trip to New York City. Thank you for joining us here on Daybreak, everyone, for our Remarkable Women show. Yay!
Yay!